It's Wednesday. Today's topic is about your birthday, but also to look at your birthday as a gift of life, to have gratitude for your birthday. Now, this is a very, very, very important topic to me. So, in order to not lose track, I do have my notes with me because there are some very, very vital things I need to say. There is an important message that I need to get through to you, and I don't want to go off the beaten track. So, we acknowledge our faults, and one of mine is I can get sidetracked and then lose the topic. So as not to lose this topic, let's begin. On the surface, birthdays, when someone says birthday, people think about cake, maybe some drinks, a bit of a celebration. Other people think of their birthday as just getting older, a little bit of trepidation in there. But for me, a birthday takes on a much more deeper meaning. And this is because at one stage in my life, I was shown just how fragile life can be. I'm not going to go into all the major details. That would be more in my transformation courses and awareness courses. But what actually happened to me was I got really ill at the age of 26. When you are, as they say, kind of in your prime, you've finished your degree or degrees, you are working, you are young, it only takes 2 weeks to fit into that dress. And I was living my life, working hard, partying hard, socializing, doing my thing. And all of a sudden, I was crashing at 8 o'clock at night. I was waking up late. I was late for work. I didn't have the energy I needed for my kids when I was teaching. I struggled to stay positive, and I became a completely different person. And in a nutshell, I was diagnosed with a cancer at the age of 26. Now, 26 is young. You think you've got your whole life ahead of you. And when I met my first oncologist, he turned around and told me that I would never make it to 30. And I must be honest, I am now 42. But the whole experience and the carrying of my cancer, because it's a different kind of cancer, it doesn't just go away, has changed my whole perception on life, has changed my whole perception on gratitude. And so when I have my birthday coming, when I'm going to celebrate my birthday, I don't have that feeling of panicking about age. And I really, if you can take anything from this message today, I don't want you to look at your birthday as your age. I want you to have the gratitude each year that you are still here. You are one of those privileged people that are still here. I want you to feel the gratitude that you still have time. Time is the ultimate gift. And here I am going off tangent, but that you have a thing of love languages. So my thing is, my love language is to spoil, is to give gifts. I try and understand a person so well that I know exactly what to give them. But my love language for receiving is time. And often with friends, they will say, when we've done something together, I'm home safe, thank you for a lovely braai or a dinner or event. And I often end my messages with, thank you for the gift of your time. So that is a very, very important thing for me, is time. And another thing, when it's your birthday, when you reflect on this year, because in the previous discussion, we did mention how your birthday is a mirror image of your reflection, of yourself, of you thinking about things that you've done in the year. So it's also a way of letting you know that your story is not done. And that's what the Damia method is all about, is understanding yourself, being aware, creating awareness, and applying an action to that awareness. And then understanding your narrative, understanding your story, and knowing that your story is not done. And that's a big thing for me when it's your birthday, is this is a chapter that's ended and a new chapter that's going to begin. It was a big shift for me. And so when you face the next year, when you are looking at this next year, I want you to say to yourself, I now have another year to love. I now have another year to heal. I now have another year to become more aware. I have another year to change my patterns, because you can. I know you feel stuck, but you don't have to be. You can follow the Damia method. You can join my awareness masterclass. You can use some of the digital products to help you. But everything altogether with awareness applies an action to that awareness. You're not stuck. And also, you can live with more intention. You can stop those patterns that you keep repeating, and you can live with more intention. So I want you to take your birthday. I want you to focus on the next year and not have this feeling of getting older, but to please have this feeling of you are still around, you are still alive, you are still living. There is gratitude in the story that you are doing. And this is why awareness is so important. Your birthday does stir emotion in you. And as I said, it does become a mirror, and you do reflect on where you're at in your life. You want to know what you've survived, what you've achieved, what you haven't achieved. And the truth is, if you have awareness but no action, I'm sorry to tell you that nothing's going to change. Then you will repeat the cycle of your year. And this is tough love from me, that you can sit back, and I understand. Trust me, I have been there. I have been caught in a negative cycle. I have laid on the couch and told my parents that I'm not going to fight anymore and I'm done with life. And when I look at what I've done since I was diagnosed, what I've done in the last 16 years of my life, I am so glad that I had the parents that were said to me, no, we're not giving up. We're not allowed to give up. We're going to try this. We're going to try that. We're going to change the pattern. I had the most incredible people step into my life and show me all the small things to still be grateful for, to not focus on this huge dark cloud called cancer, but to take it and to utilize it and to show the gratitude that I have in my daily life. So today, whether it's your birthday or not, whether this is your birthday month or not, because it's my birthday month, I love May, but whether it is or not, I want you to have a different perspective when your birthday is coming. And now I'm not expecting you to go and have a huge party, although I definitely encourage celebrating that you are alive. But I want you to celebrate what you've learned. I want you to celebrate that you have survived. I want you to celebrate that you still get to choose, that you still get to write your story, that you still have a life to live. Birthdays remind us that time is passing. And when you're a kid, you have so much excitement and joy for your birthday. And I want you to continue to live your life with that childlike innocence, with that childlike love for your birthday, because that's what you need in this world. That there is so many things going on in this world. Don't take away the joy, that joy of living, that joy of being, that joy of writing your story, giving back. Yes, you've learned lessons, but what have you learned? What have you taken from it? What are you doing with it? Are you living by default? And if you are, I need you to listen. I need you to stop right there. Stop living in a default setting. Take that step. Contact me if you need to. Take that step. Make that change. Live with awareness and applied action. Your story is so important. And I think that's something that most of us need to grasp. You are not alone. The feelings you have, the insecurities, the decisions you need to make, the reminiscing, the wishing things were different, the hoping for things in the future, you're not alone. And I need you to grasp that your story is so vitally important. You are important. If you can take anything from this, it is that you have the gratitude that you are alive, that you are breathing, that you are interacting, that you have the gratitude for the sunrise, the sunset, that you have the gratitude for how good coffee can taste, and that your story, who you are, the part you play in this universe, is so vitally important. Please hang on to that. There is proof that you are here. There is proof that you are valued. There are lives that you touch. So if you are ready to stop simply moving through your life and to start understanding your triggers, understanding your story, and stopping those patterns that you wish you could just stop, then I want you to look out for my Awareness Masterclass. Now I want you to celebrate that you are alive. And with that, I'm going to leave